The Smart Money Woman, Episode 6, Hashtag Love and Money. Befitting send-offs.
Hey, Auntie, I've called the cemetery to request for a mausoleum.
Oh, good.
And they have the option of like a small statue.
I quite like the idea. It's not a problem. What about the casket?
There's this lovely oak and thick wood coffin with velvet design and golden trimmings I just ordered. Sounds befitting. Yeah. Or what do you think?
I think that'll be very lovely. Very, very nice.
It should be.
Yes.
Just specifically designed for this, and it's a one of its kind.
Okay, Mommy, we agreed the commemoration will be for 3 days and the burial will be on Saturday.
It's right. The service of songs will be on Wednesday, the wake will be on Thursday, and the interment will be on Friday.
Okay.
You see, each day there will be guests.
Okay.
But the main celebration of life will be on Saturday at Harbour Point. Then the other days, we'll have an open house for guests.
The dead chief's family is planning a befitting send-off for him. It's a whole grand celebration with expensive caskets, mausoleums, and fancy clothes. What's crazy to me, aside from the insanity of that whole befitting send-off, is the way the film puts some kind of emphasis on all the guests they'll be hosting throughout the several days of mourning. At the risk of sounding like someone who attends events primarily to eat, please, the problem cannot be that we feed each other. Let's complain about everything else, from the clothes to the caskets and inviting captains of industry and presidents, but not giving each other food. I think this whole befitting send-off thing is partly generational. My mom, she cares about that. She believes there's a dignified way to send someone off. A way that's supposed to convey that you love and care for them. I get it to some extent. That's the way they see it. Me, I don't give one fuck about the size of the event, the setup, and the number of people you invite. I'll be dead. I don't care. Wrap me up in a clean bedsheet and put me in the ground. Give people a small snack and let that be it. If I had a say in it, I want it small. I want it fast, and I don't want religion to cloud it. Don't tell people I'm in heaven. I'm likely not. Don't tell them I loved God. I don't. Only person I like is Jesus. And it's not because he is believed to be God, but because he hung out with women and prostitutes. He was a friend of outcasts, and he hated the religious leaders of the day and the rich. That's my kind of man right there. I think all this befitting send-off thing is usually just intended to show people something. It's not necessarily about the dead person because they're dead. So much of what we do is about other people, trying to prove something, trying to show them something. Anyway, I don't know. All I know for sure is I don't need any of that pomp and drama. CG an expensive casket, lots of food, and masses of people. Put me in an Archbishop Tutu-like box and be done with it. To be clear, as much as I'm against complaining about feeding people, I don't think people need to feel the pressure to go all out when it comes to food. We're here to mourn with your loved ones, not feast. I've never really suffered any kind of great familial loss, but I think my problem with the whole 3-day funeral arrangement is I suspect I would just want to be left the hell alone if I'm grieving. I don't want to be dressed up performing for people. Just leave me alone in my shorts and oversized t-shirt, sleeping in bed.
Did you say something, Ladun?
No,
I was wondering if we could scale down, on the events and activities and...
Excuse me? I beg your pardon?
No, it's just given what the lawyer said and the financial situation. I just feel like we should look to keeping the funeral smaller.
Ladun, what are you saying? Do you know who my husband was? What his legacy is? This is the least that is expected of us. For a man of his stature, we should give him a befitting celebration of life. Show me here.
I mean, presidents, past and present, celebrities, captains of their industries will not be there to pay their last respects.
And you want us to disgrace him?
I don't understand.
You see, the thing with the lawyers and accountants is just a misunderstanding that will soon be cleared up.
Yes, no.
My God is not asleep.
Benny and me.
Amen, auntie, amen. It's just that I didn't mean to offend anybody or imply anything. I'm just saying that maybe we should be a bit prudent with how we are spending.
Wait. So all of a sudden you now know about being prudent or prudence. Eh? I don't get it. When did you start caring about how money comes in or leaves his family? Ladun, answer me now. Or I want to understand what you're implying. Are you suggesting that we just open a ground somewhere and dump my father in it?
Relax. Why are you so rude? She was just showing some concern.
Don't tell me to relax. Are you listening to your wife?
Relax.
My favorite part about the funeral planning is Ladun finally piping up and asking if they should consider cutting back and not spending as much money on the funeral in light of what the lawyer said about their precarious financial situation. Everyone jumps on her throat except her husband, who steps up and defends her. This entire time, I just assumed Ladun was some kind of trophy wife in some kind of pretentious transactional relationships. But I was wrong. Ladun and her husband surprisingly have something real. Ladun's husband's name is Bode, and they actually have chemistry. Not like Zuri and that ever-stilted Shola. They also appear to have a good relationship, or at the very least, a relationship if we consider the Olympic level nonsense that is Adesuwa's marriage. There was a scene in some earlier episode where Bode and Ladun tease each other playfully before collapsing on the bed to bang chicka wow wow.
Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you.
No, you didn't wake me. You didn't wake me because I wasn't asleep, but how can I sleep with everything that's happening? But are things really that bad?
Baby, it's worse than we imagined.
Okay, just calm down. Calm down. You'll be okay. We will deal. We will figure it out, Just, we will deal, buddy.
We will deal. Are you listening to what I'm saying? We could lose everything.
Buddy, we will be okay. We will be okay. I need you to stop stressing, please. We have plenty of time for that as it is. Just stop stressing, okay? You know what? Just what's going to happen. Come. You're going to come to bed. And you will sleep. Because the fact that we are bankrupt does not mean that we will not sleep, We'll be okay. The body that broke with broke. No keep person. You hear? Do you hear me?
In this episode, Bode wakes up from what appears to have been a sleepless night, and Ladun wakes up right along with him. The way she comforts Bode was just so unexpected. I truly classified her as the trophy wife who steps when your fortunes turn. Yet here she is, comforting him, telling him they'll make do. How she holds him and says they'll be okay. Oh, it's so damn cute. I wasn't expecting that from the unparalleled, unmatched, undefeated shopper we were introduced to at the beginning of the film. Life surprises you. People surprise you.
Many African millennials believe the myth that they are too young or too poor to invest. The result of this thinking is that they do not systematically build assets that can protect their financial futures and thus become revolving doors for their money. Instead, their consumption tends to rise to meet their income, leaving no room to keep and grow their money.
Millennials are the worst. Africa edition. Enter the first monologue of the episode. Quote, many African millennials believe the myth that they are too young or too poor to invest. The result of this thinking is that they do not systematically build assets that can protect their financial futures and thus become revolving doors for their money. Instead, their consumption tends to rise to meet their income, leaving no room to keep and grow their money. End quote. This voiceover plays while Ladun's rich kid husband is seated on the bed pondering his new dismal financial circumstances. Let's just evaluate what's happening here. Ladun is the shop till you drop housewife who got married immediately after university to a rich-ass guy whose mother has a boat and she's never worked a day in her life. Her husband is the son of a rich Nigerian chief who's now dead, but before that was bankrolling the entire family's lavish lifestyle. Ladun and her rich kid husband live in Ikoyi, the richest neighborhood in Nigeria. These two people are who the film chose as the background while they castigate African millennials for believing themselves too poor to save and invest. You cannot make this shit up. This is also one of the most gaslighting monologues so far. When I first started watching this show, it pissed me off that this show seemed to ignore poor people in favor of talking about rich and broke people. Now I wish they'd just leave poor people out of it entirely. It's not that millennials are poor. No, it's that they believe themselves poor, the assholes. I mean, if they could just do something as simple as changing their worldview, their beliefs, their minds, they'd have much better financial lives. These people are going to talk down at poor African millennials in a voiceover in which the background is a couple who have been living off a wealthy man. Ladun is proud of the fact that she has never worked a job a day in her life, and that's who's on screen, as we're castigated for being the damn millennials who don't believe we can save. I bet Nigerians massacred this show.
You know what? You are lying. Looking at you, no one would ever believe your trial and error entrepreneurial journey.
Why does everybody say that? To be honest, let me give you a rundown, right? So 9 years ago, I started a tech firm. It was a payment platform way ahead of its time, so it crashed and burned. And then I was able to raise $1 million to invest in a fish farm. But with my workers stealing my fish and also my fish dying, that crashed and burned as well.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I can imagine.
Let me tell you, the point here is that you keep trying until you get something, okay? Multiple streams of income. Those are the key words.
I hear you.
And I know sometimes it's scary, difficult, and worse, expensive.
Motivational speaker Shola. Shola is getting better at this performance thing, but yo, you've still got a ways to go, babe. The capitalist propaganda on this show is just insane. Today, Zuri and Shola are on a date, and as usual, it devolves into a finance TED Talk. He talks about his successes and failures from a failed tech firm to raising, wait for it, $1 million for a fish farm. That's dollars with a USD, $1 million. That's who we're supposed to relate to as he talks about just keep trying and set up multiple streams of income. Hey, Jesus Christ. Zuri should just start paying his speaking fees for all the financial talks they consistently keep having. Just plain yelling at this point, are you people going to talk about anything else apart from money? It's like Zuri's out to dinner with her financial advisor. Lord, I get talking about money is important, but it cannot be all you talk about in a new relationship.
How's your money journey going? Have you been able to see Omosade personally? You'll be surprised at how many people make plans for every single thing but a retirement plan. Or in this case, death.
You know what? I've actually not thought about a retirement plan myself. How can you define that?
So basically, your retirement plan is how you maintain your lifestyle even after you stop working.
Now he's schooling Zuri about retirement plans, explaining what it means. In what universe are we to believe that Zuri has no clue what retirement planning means? How now? I'm so sick of them and all their money talk. Fucking talk about your exes, your weird kinks, childhood crushes, anything, guys. Hey, Shola's the kind of guy right in the middle of coitus to pause, look Zuri in the eye, and ask how she would rate her satisfaction, how efficiently he's leveraging his buried assets.
I'm really grateful you guys took out time to come help me sort this stuff out. I mean, I know you have all had long weeks, but the sooner I sort out this stuff, the better.
It's okay. Ladun, you know you don't have to thank us for that. Come on.
See, me, my own is... Which one are you dashing me from here?
Tammy, have you forgotten the point of this whole exercise?
But at least, we should get our pick before they get sold up.
Tammy, what did me and you rehearse before we came here? Just before we entered this house.
There you go. Thanks, babe.
And I told you really didn't have to pay for this sashimi. That's just extra.
Oh, baby.
What are friends for?
Yep. Lad, you know Tammy was out now.
Well, getting it, Abby.
Yep.
Okay, you guys, you really don't have to. Really, you don't.
Ladun, I know we said that we're going to be conservative with our money, but...
We're not letting you show up at your father-in-law's funeral looking like someone that doesn't have to.
Exactly.
How are you?
Really?
Guys, I am tired.
Oh.
I'm so tired. And the worst part is that this whole thing is not even done. Like, I'm just ready for it to be over with. Oh, and body siblings. You guys, you know how they can be now. And they're just stressing my baby out. I've never seen him like this. I'm even worried I might overstep and just do something.
Overstep, with your own husband.
I know, it sounds crazy, right?
Well, you sound unlike you. This is your father-in-law's funeral. It's a big deal.
Yeah?
If you feel the need to overstep, my dear, please feel free.
Losing everything.
Oh, don't cry.
It's okay. I had my babies in this house, my kids, and now I don't even know what the next phase of our lives are going to look like.
This is your body.
Your body.
We just fine.
We'll be fine.
Okay.
And your breast is baby.
Okay, you guys are right. Let me just get us some wine.
Yes.
And then we can have a party one last time in this house, because we don't know where we'll see next to.
Wait, what?
What? Did this bitch really just start a hashtag for my father-in-law's funeral? Okay.
What?
Who's that one? Let me see. Guys,
Who's that?
oh, this brother's wife. Like, this is what I was just talking about.
Really?
Please, hear caption.
Staring in my coffee, thinking, what can I do to leave a legacy like Papa Butchering? Soon, we lay you to rest.
Oh.
Hashtag, that's not finished.
Chief Beagle's home. How ridiculous.
It's so lame.
Okay.
Okay, some random thoughts. You guys, Lara, the oil exec chick, I swear, I'm blown away by her performance in every scene. I hope she won a fucking award or something for this show. She's fantastic. Ladun was good in this one too, but don't nobody bring it like Lara. If I wasn't crushing on Ladun, I'd assume what was happening here was me crushing on Lara. Whatever, man, it's the 21st century. I can crush on more than one girl at a time. The girls go visit Ladun and help her sort out her designer dresses that I think she's planning to sell. Then Zuri asks her how she's really doing, and Ladun gets a little emotional. Strangely, I felt sad for her. A little sad. Must be the crush. As a rule, I don't feel sad for the rich, or in her case, the formerly rich. I should also clarify, I didn't feel sad until she started crying, talking about how that's the house where she raised her kids and she could lose it. Otherwise, whatever, fuck the rich, even the ones we are crashing on. I love the way they laugh and make fun of over-the-top social media posts and hashtags. They just looked so good and so friends when they did that. For the first time ever, made me want to be part of their little clique. It passed real quick though. It was just the 6 seconds where they joked about social media.
There's another reason I wanted to come. I want to meet your friends.
Oh.
Tammy, we've been seeing each other for a few weeks now. What do you think?
I don't know, Andrew. Isn't it too soon?
I don't think so. I've been thinking about you, about us, a lot. We like each other, we're fond of each other. Our families know each other. At least, let me meet your friends.
That's not a bad idea. But could you give me some time?
Why?
Well, I did tell you that I want to focus on building my business.
Yeah, but those two things are not mutually exclusive. Someone you know?
That babe now, one of those girls.
Yeah.
And she now, what you know? Baby girl, the most beautiful girl in Lagos. Hey baby, what are you doing here?
Mommy, what are you doing here?
Actually, I was supposed to have a business meeting with my partner. He said the poolside, then I thought he said the lobby, and then I was just like, you know what, it's not about me. What are you doing here?
Just having dinner with a friend.
Oh, hello, Tammy's friend. My name is Bulu Abola Adetukumbo Kolaole Akoni Rodriguez. My friends call me Bobby. You know what? You can call me Bobby too. What's your name?
Andrew.
Andrew. You know what? It's fine. Baby, listen. You know I don't believe in random coincidences. So as I have seen you here today, you know that money you asked me for? Consider it wired.
Thank you.
What do you mean by thank you? Is that how you tell me thank you? Eh?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Daddy. Why are you shy now? Listen, I have told you, anything financial, anything what? Financial?
Ask Bobby.
I know, bro.
Ask Bobby.
Anything you need. Baby, a fine girl like you should just be chopping life, that's all. Drew, take it easy, boy.
Baby? Who is that, Tammy?
A friend. Actually, you know what? He's a toaster. A toaster. Like you.
Like me?
Good boys allegedly finish last. Still on performance, Tammy's squeeze, Andrew. I'm not feeling him at all. It's like they don't have chemistry or something. They just don't seem suited. Anyway, they're on this date that Bobby, her other loud and showy squeeze, interrupts. Now, Bobby, that's a performer. He's a trash character, but an amazing performer. The way he says to her, you know that money you were asking for? Consider it wired. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. The way he dismissed Andrew when Andrew was trying to introduce himself. You know what? It's fine. That shit, it cracked me up. I swear, it cracked me the fuck up. To serious matters.
But I said I would help you.
Exactly.
So basically, what I've been trying to say is, babe, I need help with my business. As in, I need to make some heavy investments in order to increase my capacity to produce.
Of course.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can give you some pointers on how you can access loans. In fact, I can introduce you to some investors. Remember now, babe, your man is an accountant.
First, that baby voice thing Tammy uses with Andrew, the accountant, when asking for money. Ew. Second, this comparison between Bobby, the obvious and exciting fraudster, and Andrew, the legit yet boring accountant, seems like nice boys finish last propaganda. The truth is, she has more in common with fraudster Bobby than Andrew. When she asks Andrew for money, he offers her advice instead and guidance in applying for loans. He's an accountant after all. Bobby, on the other hand, says, I'm your sponsor from now on. She doesn't care that he's a fraudster as long as she gets the money. My problem is, this good boys finish last propaganda has harmful real-world implications. I have personally had men talk about making sure you're not the nice guy because women just use you, walk all over you, then eventually pick the bad boy who gets their blood racing. This rhetoric is everywhere, and part of its harm is it makes it look like women who get tangled up in relationships with bad men are to blame for what happens to them because women leave good guys and choose the bad boys, so it's their fault. I also think that people who advance this good boys finish last propaganda rarely engage with why that's the case in the event that it is. They don't interrogate the underlying factors at play. In Tammy's case, as with many women, it's about money. Bad boys somehow have it, and in a world in which money is everything, yeah, the bad boys with money will win. The problem then is not bad boys and their money, but a world in which money is everything. Capitalism is the enemy, not women who like rich bad boys. Anyway, Tammy's good boy leaves her after Bobby comes over, kisses her and calls her baby, which is just fine. They wasn't doing anything together anyway.
Oh, Shola, so this is how you really won't let me win?
A man has to have his principles.
Nice. Okay, just so you know, the only reason why you're winning right now is because this... No, stop! Because this is a fighting game. Now, if this was a shooting game, oh, I would finish you!
Yeah, right. Wait, pause. Babe, don't you think you're a bit too young to be worried about taking risks?
Well,
besides, nobody ever made any money from a savings account, okay? The higher the risk, the higher the return. It's all about maintaining a balance.
Still.
Look, Zuri, I don't think you need to be afraid, okay? Start with a few stocks. I trust they'll be in Quest. They're going to help you create your portfolio, assess your risk profile, and also create liquidity that matches your financial obligations.
Shola and Zuri. Shola and Zuri are on their best date yet. This one is fun and relaxed and they're playing a PlayStation game at home, but before I can even finish enjoying the warmth flooding my chest, they pivot to liquidity and risk profiles. Jesus Christ. I get that it's a money show, really, I do. But damn it, talk about some other kind of liquidity, like the one in her panties, for instance. Oh wait, she doesn't have any, cause you suck. Oh wait, even worse, you don't. Ugh.
Give it a minute. Yeah, food.
We already ate. Okay, didn't we just eat? Why?
Yes. Never let it be said that you came to my house and I did not feed you. And by the way, my cooking is terrible.
You made a good fried egg. It was
Good. And yet you didn't eat up to a quarter of your plates.
Oh, well, that's because I ate before I came, remember, at Lara's?
Sure. how come your belly was rumbling 15 minutes after you just ate?
Okay, fine, you're a terrible, terrible, terrible cook. Okay, what did you get?
Oh, I got chicken quesadillas.
Shola cooked, but it didn't turn out great, so he ordered in some food. I stand a nigga who will feed you. It's a little concerning, but I'm easy like that. Still, few things are as much of a turn on as a man that cooks. A man that butchers a fried egg is one I have exactly zero interest in. I'm not about to get into a situation where I'll be the primary, the only cooking arm. No siree, bearing the full burden of domestic labor. Not my portion, friends.
Yeah, no, fuck that. We all gonna starve in this bitch.
In many parts of Africa, when two people come together with the intention to get married, spiritual counseling to prepare for marriage is strongly advised. But shouldn't money matters also be well considered as a part of marriage counseling?
Adesuwa and Soji. Here's the voiceover that plays when we're introduced to our fucked up married couple, Soji and Adesuwa. Quote, in many parts of Africa, when two people come together with the intention to get married, spiritual counseling to prepare for marriage is strongly advised. But shouldn't money matters also be well considered as a part of marriage counseling? End quote. Adesuwa walks into the house to find Soji picnicking on the floor with wine glasses in a pose that's supposed to be sexy and come hither. Meanwhile, all I'm feeling is freaked out. What is this nigga up to? He's just freaking me out. I cannot believe this woman is falling for his act. She's too fucking desperate. This is what an abusive relationship does to you. You become so accustomed to starvation that when crumbs are thrown your way, it looks to you like a buffet. So Soji does this fake apology thing and says his bad behavior has been because he's ashamed of not being able to provide while she's just rising higher and higher in her field. Now, ordinarily, I'd have liked to examine the murky emotions that can arise when you're proud of your partner but also kind of jealous of their success. But not with Soji. This one is irredeemable trash. Then Adesuwa, like the good wife she is, jumps in with bullshit statements like, you're smart, you're great, you've just hit a rough patch. Ugh, I'm just like, oh my god, stop it, stop it, stop it. Soji is none of those things. What trash? Why is this Adesuwa lying to herself? Also, her husband is a good performer. I hate him. I hate him with a fire of 1,000 suns. It's sad how her and her lousy trash husband have more chemistry than Zuri and her man. It's not a lot, but it beats them, which is too fucking sad. Also, maybe I'm just a hater or something, but when Shola told Zuri he loves her, I immediately was like, I don't believe that.
I thought we had dealt with this now. I thought we had a plan.
We did. I mean, we do.
And so why did you miss your last 2 payments of this debt to the bank? No, this was your debt. Eh? And because of our partnership and all the things I believe that we agree on, family and everything, I agreed to help you repay this thing.
This why it's not.
No, Soji. I'm paying the interest and half of the principal of this thing. All you have to do is pay the rest. Does it have to fall to me to sort it out before they come for all our assets?
This one, take it easy now. It's not that serious.
Soji, are you joking?
Look. What is it now? What is it? Why are you attacking me? You know if I had the money, I'll pay for this thing.
Oh, really? You would? Would you really? Because you always have money to go out with the guys and pick the tab. You have money to buy SJ big, expensive, unnecessary gifts and tech gadgets. You have money to buy yourself clothes, shoes, sunglasses. When it comes to bills, it's never necessary. Something must go wrong.
Hey, Adesuwa, what's that wrong? What is it now? It's too early for me to be listening to all this kind of nonsense. I beg. Promised SJ I was going to drop him off. SJ, let's go.
Dad, I'm going now.
Soji and Adesuwa fight in the morning about money again. Apparently, Soji has this debt that Adesuwa is helping him pay back, but they're supposed to both pay it. It turns out that Soji hasn't been paying his part. Apparently, he has no money for his debt repayment, but has money for partying with his boys and buying fun shit. I'm confused. I thought this motherfucker has no money at all. Like, if he has any money, Why has he been using their joint account to pay for drinks with the boys? My understanding is this is a moneyless man who's wholly dependent on Adesuwa. So where is she expecting him to get money? None of his deals have worked out, so where does she think he's going to get money to repay his debt? Maybe there's something I missed. I don't know.
You said you wanted to see me, and from the way you scheduled the meeting, it's safe to assume that this is not just a drop-in by type of meeting.
No, it isn't, sir. I've been thinking of ways to expand Richmond Development's portfolio, and I think I've come up with an idea.
Well, let's hear it.
I've already isolated 2 members of our staff that could be an asset to the unit, and they would be able to juggle the workload.
Girl boss feminism. Zuri sets up a meeting with her boss to share some growth ideas she has that will grow some portfolio or something. She uses the word leverage, so, her boss is intrigued. The capitalist propaganda on this show is something else. So now a good worker is one who comes up with ideas to grow the man's business. Bitch, that would never be me anymore. Why would you help grow the man's business? Adesuwa does the same thing at her job, pitching an idea that's going to increase the firm's revenue.
So, what are you trying to say, Adesuwa?
I'm just trying to say that we should consider it, sir. Entertainment is the next big thing. And with our thriving entertainment industry, it's only common sense.
That's not actually a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. I'll look into it.
That's not all, sir.
Okay.
If this idea is taken, I'll be expected to set it up.
Sure, no problem.
I would also expect to share in the profits that the firm would earn as a result of this new area we're delving into.
Adesuwa, you have your salary.
I know, sir. But this means many new clients for the firm. It's only fair that I get to share some of the profits that the firm would earn as a result of this.
Profit sharing is strictly for partners. You know that.
Then
Don't say it. You are not due to be considered for partnership anytime soon. Besides, you only just got the promotion a few weeks ago.
But it's not enough. The salary increase that came as a result of the promotion is not even commensurate with the position.
Adesuwa, what has come over you?
Nothing, sir. I just think that it is fair that you either make me a partner or you allow me share in the profits.
Or? I hear an unspoken or.
Well, don't take this the wrong way, sir, but I've been offered other career options. And I've been advised to strongly consider these options. It's only fair that I should know if this firm is interested in matching those options.
Adesuwa, you have become very greedy.
Except in her case, she says she wants a part of the profits. Her boss tells her profit sharing is only for partners and she's not due for partnership consideration, and also she's become very greedy. Adesuwa says she's ready to leave if her demands are not met. Meanwhile, what I'm wondering is why only partners get profit sharing when everyone contributes to the generation of said profits. Fuck capitalism. Viva la revolution.
When I was talking, he seemed impressed. But when I got to the part where I was asking for what I wanted, his countenance changed. He even called me greedy.
So, did you expect him to hold your hand and smile?
No, but I was just...
This is the reason why I started Career Queen, because I feel as women, we need to go for what we want. I mean, I just had a similar issue with another client who was a woman, just got a board seat. And of course, in her offer, she expected some profits. And they started saying no, and that she's being greedy. So this needs to definitely change.
Okay, so, I mean, what do you think I should do?
Okay, you know what? We're gonna create a new strategy, right? Okay. We're gonna go back to your billable hours. We're gonna look at how much money you brought to the firm, because you're an amazing asset to this firm. You brought millions of naira over the year. So we need to package all that, put that together and show them, because these men, all they know is data and numbers. And that's what we need to show them so that you can see your real market value.
Adesuwa goes to speak to a career counselor who runs something called Career Queens. Grifter. Could there be a whiter boss lady feminism term than Career Queens? No, think about it for a minute. Could there really be? Anyway, the career queen woman tells her men only care about numbers. Bullshit. So they'll work on showing her numbers, billables, blah blah blah. No explicit critique of patriarchy and the way women are often shafted in the workplace. This entire show is a pick-me affair that refuses to criticize patriarchy. No critique of how workplaces deliberately try to exploit workers and how you have to constantly fight back even at their high levels. I feel like Adesuwa has the worst storyline. Her life just fucking sucks. She has a kid, a trash husband, a job where no one respects her. Yo, wouldn't wanna be ya. Until next time. Remember who you are. Love life. Love people. Stay limited. Bye.